Today I'm going to talk about the standard adult diploma. It is a diploma alternative in the state of Minnesota. It may be available in other states as well, but I'm a school counselor here in Minnesota, so that's what I know. So most students go the traditional high school diploma route, right? Where you go and you get your core subjects of math, science, social studies, and language arts. And then you usually have to do quite a few electives. You have to do some art, some health, some phy ed, maybe some business classes. Well, in Minnesota, there's an option that you can complete through area learning centers or adult basic ed centers, which allows you to skip the extra stuff, basically. So what you're doing to earn a standard adult diploma is focusing on your 4 core subjects, your math, science, social studies, and language arts. And then they are also focusing on a 5th area of readiness for adult life. So working on things like your resume, helping you figure out how to maneuver through some of life's bigger things like getting a driver's license, finding a home, applying for loans, things like that. They want to make sure you're ready for that type of stuff. They don't make you worry about all the extra stuff I listed, like electives and art classes, things like that. So for students who maybe have struggled in the past with school, or maybe don't agree with the need for all those electives and things like that, the standard adult diploma is an alternative route that might be a good option for you. So there are some caveats though. The main thing is that you cannot earn the standard adult diploma until you're at least 19. There's no age limit, meaning you could be 90 years old and still earn it, but you have to be 19 when they grant it to you. But that doesn't mean that prior to that you can't be working on achieving those specific classes instead of working on the full high school route to get the high school diploma. So if you feel like maybe trying to get to the high school diploma would take too long, maybe you've struggled completing classes, and you don't want to be graduating with your high school diploma when you're 19, 20, 21, and you'd like to pare that back and find an alternative route that would still earn you a type of diploma, then this is a really good option. Now, what you can do is you can earn all of your credits through high school for your 4 core areas: math, science, social studies, language arts. The 5th area you can start to work on in high school, but you do have to complete it through an area learning center. If you go to Minnesota Literacy's website, they will help you find specific programs in your area based on your zip code that are offering the standard adult diploma. So maybe you've decided you want to just finish out what you can at your high school because that's where you've been. You can certainly do that, and then you would reach out to that area learning center once you have completed your high school classes and explain to them what your goal is, and then they would help you finalize those last areas. So if that's something of interest to you, definitely make sure to let your school counselor know so that they can help you working on taking the right classes for your goals. The one thing to consider is what your plans are after receiving this. So if your goal is to have some sort of diploma, like I said, this is a diploma, so it is a good alternative. It is, of course, many less credits than what a standard high school diploma is. So the main thing that you're going to see is that if you try to take a standard adult diploma and then go and apply to a big 4-year university like the University of Minnesota, they are going to probably offer a seat to someone with a full high school diploma before they would offer it to someone with a standard adult diploma, because the other individual has completed all of the requirements. And so they believe that that student might be a better fit for their school. That doesn't mean you can't go to someplace like a tech school or a community college. They are much more likely to see you as someone who would benefit from their program. So I would encourage you to think long-term about how having an adult diploma versus a high school diploma might impact your future plans. and then decide accordingly. There is always the GED route, which some people are able to test out of very quickly. But again, that limits what you're able to do in terms of future education. But also some employers will not hire people who have a GED. They want someone who has a diploma. So that's something else to consider, just, even beyond education, is how might it impact you in your career in the future. So if this is something that sounds of interest to you, like I said, please reach out to your school counselor, have a conversation about what it would look like for you, find out maybe what classes you still need to take, and then assess whether this might be the next best step. You can always change your mind until you get one of the diplomas. At that point, then you're done. You can't go back and say, oh, I do really want my high school diploma if you've already gotten your standard adult diploma. So you have plenty of time to make up your mind, but if you're over 21 so you can't go to high school, then this is definitely a great alternative for you. Or if, taking all those extra elective classes and art, music, phy ed, health just seems like more than what works for you, then again, this is probably a really great alternative for you so that you are still getting a diploma, helping to make you more marketable in the future for jobs and to open up that option to go to different schools that you might want to go to down the road. So again, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.